Hi, welcome back to Nick's Drum Lessons. I'm Nick, and today we're going to go over Nick's Drum Licks number 6 in my series. This one involves a one measure fill in 4/4. It's somewhat linear. I've been addicted to this one for years, and when I say years, I mean decades, because I think I started playing this particular lick in my early teens, mid-teens, somewhere in high school, living in South Florida. So let's go over the lick. So the first thing that you can do is learn this one little move, and it's a popular move. I mean, this fill or this move you hear in rock music all the time. I've heard it in Earth, Wind & Fire songs. I've heard it in, it seems like, every other Tom Petty song. And it's this one here, where it's 2 16th notes into the high tom. And again, you'll recognize it right away. So this is how the lick starts out. All right, so that's not hard. One E and, all right? So right, left, up to the right on high tom. Now, just to show you how useful this one particular movement is, I'll play it on the 4 of a normal rock beat. Again, you've heard this 100 times in rock songs and pop songs and all sorts of songs. So take a listen. All right, so again, you've heard that a lot. Now, that's how the lick starts out, one E and, no biggie. Then you have 2 bass drums for the a-2. So it'd be 1 E and a-2, and that creates a group of 5 right there. All right, take a listen to it. All right, so 1 E and a-2. 1 E and a-2, you get used to that. Make sure the foot is even in pulse according to what your hands are doing. You don't want speedy little hands and dragging foot just because this is all a 16th note run on this lick. So anyway, you got 1 E and a-2, no problem there. Now this is the only thing that kind of kills off the fact that it's a linear beat. So I do 3 unison notes on my mid tom. You can do it on the floor tom, it sounds just as fine. So you got 1 E and a-2, E and a. All right, so take a listen to it. All right, so that got you all the way to 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a. Now starting on beat 3, you start with the bass drum, and then you go right, left, right, left, right, left, foot. All right, so that covers you all the way from 3 to the 4. 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Take a listen from there. Now what you'll see is I start to accent beat 4 with my left hand. 3 E and a, 4 E and a. That adds a little bit of groove to it. Well, not a little, a whole lot of groove to it. So you combine that with the first half to the second half, and well, you combine the two together and it sounds like this. And let's face it, that's just an addicting sounding groove, or fill, I should say. And I've used it in a ton of settings, all right? So in the beginning of the video, you heard it as a 16th note R&B. And it sounds great in that, and it sounds very epic. I've taught a lot of church drummers who play in contemporary Christian music. A lot of that is a lot of slower tunes, so it sounds really epic, really slow and dramatic, and build it into a section, say your chorus or so. So again, used full in the 16th note R&B way where I showed it before, or even slower tempos for settings like that I just mentioned. All right, so let's try it in just a basic rock setting, all right? So I'll play quarter notes on the cowbell, your typical 2 and 4 here, and some 8th note, 16th note kind of subdivisions with the bass drum. And take a listen to how cool this is. All right, so it sounds really cool in that quarter note rock kind of context, all right? Now, where else can you go with it, all right? Now, it sounds really, really good in a kind of a linear funk, all right? So I'm gonna play some linear patterns and then see how it kind of attaches to it. It sounds fantastic, all right? Take a look. So this is Nick's drum licks number 6 in the series. You'll see the PDF of it on my website, nicksdrumlessons.com, where you see a bunch of other lessons as well as sheet music, as well as my blog, where I just talk about drummers you should be aware of and clips from them, okay? So again, nicksdrumlessons.com. Until the next video, have a good time. Thanks. Bye.